I'm not home face with tears of joy. I wanted to play for a bit with you, Mike.
Oh,
Hi,
that's
how are
alright,
you?
man. I'm alright,
Oh,
Ron. How's it going, Sets? Fits? Everybody? Thanks for joining in. Thanks for liking the video. I'm just gonna do a little bit of money grinding this afternoon. I bought the Veneno, so I'm gonna see how that does. It's tuned down quite a bit at
making
700
money
performance
run face
points.
with tears of joy.
We'll see how this does. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's very good on gas, so I'm not really sure what to make of it. We'll give it a shot here. Hopefully it'll be okay. Just kind of logging in.
Q made 34 million in the game and don't know what to buy. I have all the good cars.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I had 25 million yesterday, and then I got an invite on the Veneno, so I bought that. So I'm gonna
Hello,
make
hello.
another 800,000. Hey, 80s, good to see you again. Been a while. Thanks for joining in. Thanks everybody for the likes. Appreciate that. I'm gonna put Nightbot in the chat here. I think we got that. Let's do this race. So,
How
this
are you?
is my new car. I'm doing okay. We finally got some working internet. This has been like a real challenge this last 6 weeks. Well, I got a LAN cable plugged in. We are running at 900 megabit. So we should be okay. I ended up losing my other headset, and
New engine for the Pagani for 400k face with tears of joy. I blew it up. I forgot to keep it maintenance.
oh really? Oh damn! So you just had to buy another engine. But is it an improved engine, or is it just a replacement of what you already had? Look at the gas on this, 1.5 laps. Oh my god. I think I need to restart this race. Yeah. So it's not an improved one. Like those engines that it gives us when you win them, I don't know if they're improved. I think they're improved. I don't know. Keeps giving me engines for cars that I don't have, you know?
Can't buy all the parts again.
Yeah. Oh, ouch. I didn't know you could blow up the engine. I always check though, I'll make sure that the oil's changed and everything's good. Because your car just doesn't run very good anyways. You'll notice that when your engines start, you know, if it needs an oil change, you're not going to hit the speeds that you usually do. This is my first time driving this Veneno, so I don't really know what to expect from it. But it's tuned down at 700 performance points, so I don't know. We're gonna hit probably 290, I think. 295. What do we got? 297, 290, 300. And its top speed is set at 280, so it goes over its top speed setting. That's cool. We're in 8th place, halfway through the track. We overtook that car pretty easily. That's usually a pretty quick car. I like how you've got like no back window. See shit. And without drafting, we're still hitting 295. So yeah, without...
My super top speed is 505 kilometers.
Yeah, I think that's what I got on one of my cars too. It's about his top speed, I think, was 520 and something. I don't remember what it was. I think I got 520 out of something. I haven't played enough now to know. Oh, I can't remember anything. I don't even know what cars are good anymore. So, just not having a very good internet connection and stuff has been kind of odd. Kind of one of those guys where I have to play every day in order to keep track of what I'm doing. And some of these hotels I've been in and I've had really shitty internet. I think I'm gonna go and buy myself the Starlink setup, and then wherever I go.
People with engine swaps, they don't know how to race without using a real car.
Right. I think I'm gonna get the Starlink setup. I just don't know if I want to buy the mobile one that you would put on your car, or the residential one that you put on the roof of your house. I kind of have this strange feeling, you know, if I'm in a hotel or something and I set up Starlink on the roof, somebody's going to steal it. But in some of these hotels, they're so shitty, you know, with the Starlink setup, I might be able to sell internet to other people and actually make some money on it. Sell the Wi-Fi password.
Residential is recommended.
Yeah. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Because even with the residential setup, you can still put it in your car, I think. And then just, you know, take it camping if you had to. Which is something that I might do. I might go camping from April to November this year. Price of fucking rent. You know, there's these provincial campgrounds that are free, and I can use them for 2 weeks, and then just keep bouncing to a different campground every 2 weeks. You know, and they have electricity and showers and bathrooms and everything. I can plug in my PlayStation, Starlink satellite. Fucking set up my projector.
What happened to the house?
Oh, I'm still at it. It's just, I know. It's, my business isn't making that much money right now.
Don't even go out the apartment because it's raining.
Yeah. I'm just not making a whole lot of money with my guest services business, right? I mean, I've been shut down for years. I mean, although it's up and running, it's only running at like 20% of what it used to do. Right? I don't think I can handle... I don't know what happened to me in the last 5 years, but I'm afraid of heights now. But I've had a lot of high-rises and penthouses that I've really enjoyed having, you know, a high place. But nowadays, I just get this uncontrollable urge to jump off the patio. So I don't think I'll be renting a high-rise. Well, that's cool, Fitz. Feel free to super chat. I don't know, man. I'm gonna need a GoFundMe page to be able to fucking... I'm gonna need like a GoFundMe page in order to survive here this next year, I think. I don't know what the fuck. Usually I would make enough money with the ski business and it would carry me over until the next ski season, but I'm not really making that much on it. I mean, I'm glad that it's working, right? But because it's the first year back, it's just not as busy. So next year it'll be busy, but this year it's just kind of coming back around slowly. usually I take reservations a year in advance, so I would have already had a bunch of reservations coming into the season, but I only just started the business again this year, late November, so I'm only getting last minute reservations. And then I was stupid and I let Facebook's auto scheduling system auto schedule shit for me, and it fucked everything up. You know, it scheduled customers in the wrong fucking month and stuff, and I send drivers out to take care of people and there's nobody there. You know, just, yeah. Facebook sucks. No wonder Meta or Facebook's stock dropped 70%.
I need to go. Nice to see you streaming again.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you too, bud.
Trade in the Audi RS5 for it.
We'll catch you later. You know, we'll play some Crew 2 here tomorrow night. I'm gonna do the Crew 2 weekly vanities and bundles tomorrow, so we'll do that. The whatever it was called, Italians update this week was actually pretty good. I like the Italian race cars.
I have not been on the crew for like months.
Yeah, I like it, man. You know, like, I mean, they do add new cars, they add new races every week, right? So it's it's worth it.
What is the next DLC for the Crew 2?
Well, I mean, they do a weekly update, but I don't know, the season should be coming to an end here, I think, in a week or two. I think. I mean, I think their update came out late November. So, November, January, yeah, I would say probably in the next 2 weeks there should be another seasonal update coming out. But I haven't looked. Shit, it might even be tomorrow, for all I know. I'd have to go onto their website and take a look. Thanks. It's kind of a different angle of the same thumbnail I used the other day. I've just been stealing thumbnails for Gran Turismo. I haven't been taking those photos. I've just been stealing them. But I do edit the color and, you know, add the logos and stuff.
Face with tears of joy.
Yeah, same with the Crew too, man. Like, I'll go on there and I'll look in their, you know, online photos that people have made of their vehicles, and I'll just steal their photo and I'll use those. Sometimes I'm just too lazy, you know. If anybody complains, then I'll pull the thumbnail down and put a different one up, you know. Well, so far, nobody's complained. I figure it's an honor for the photographer to have their thumbnail stolen and used in my live streams.
We heard the Crew 3 was going to take place in Hawaii.
I don't think they're calling it the Crew 3. And from what I understand, they're using Hawaii as a map. And you're going to be able to carry over your vehicles as well. It might be a DLC added on to the Crew 2, and they're going to rebrand it and remove the number 2 or 3 from it so that people aren't looking for the Crew 4. You know what I mean? People with these numbers in their video games just constantly harassed by people. When's the Crew 3 coming out? When's the Crew 4 coming out? When's Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out? You know, it says number. So by removing those numbers, now you have, you know, Grand Theft Auto Online. You don't have Grand Theft Auto 5 online. You have Grand Theft Auto Online. So even when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, they're still going to have Grand Theft Auto Online. That's not going anywhere. You know. And I think the Crew is gonna be is kind of caught on to that as well.
New games.
I haven't got anything new. I did get some of the free stuff on the PlayStation Network. You know, I got Star Wars something or other, but it looks like it's only a single player campaign. You know, so that was odd because the other Star Wars games had multiplayer and whatnot, co-op and things like that in them. So I would say that this new Star Wars thing that came out this month on the PlayStation Network was kind of a disappointment because it's just a campaign only. But it does look like it's a fairly good campaign. I just haven't got very far through it. You like the Lego games? I've got them in my library, but I've never downloaded them and actually played any of them. But they've been there's been a number of the Lego games that have come out on the PlayStation Network that were free monthly games. So usually anything that comes out on the free monthlies, I just add to my catalog. I don't necessarily play them all, but I just have them in the catalog. But I'm looking at using Starlink as a way to make some money. I mean, it is $700 or $750 to buy the hardware, and then $140 a month to use the service, which is pretty expensive. But if I end up in a place that's remote, like a remote hotel somewhere in the mountains that has shitty internet, I would be able to sell the Wi-Fi code to other people in the hotel and could potentially make a profit on it.
All I want is something like GT7 The Crew 2 and GTA 5 as an open world with real cars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Grand Theft Auto has a game called Midnight Club, which actually is a really good racing game. It's old, but it was a really good racing game, and I'm surprised that they didn't use those racing physics and whatnot in Grand Theft Auto. You know. Anybody?
$12 on a new broken game lol.
I wasted $10 on a shitty headset. I bought this headset.
GT7 graphics on GTA and the Crew 2 map all at once.
Right? Believe it or not, Gran Turismo 7, these graphics that I'm racing in are only 1080p. That's all it is. It's not 4K. The only thing that's 4K is the replay. There's no ray tracing in the gameplay. This is the same graphics that you got on your PS3, believe it or not. These graphics that I'm racing in are exactly the same as what was on your PS3. So, pretty fucking lame. The only thing that was improved are the replay graphics, not the actual gameplay. So, yeah. Gran Turismo are really fucking, you know, they just cheaped out on this game, man. They totally cheaped out on this game. It was just a cash grab. They sold the same fucking game 7 times and they haven't even improved the goddamn gameplay graphics. Or the weather, or any of that shit. I mean, even the Crew 2 has a better weather than Gran Turismo 7. You know, like, the roads are shiny, you can see the puddles, you can see reflections in the puddles, they've got rain and snow, you know, all sorts of different weather dynamics, even wind. But Gran Turismo, all it's got is rain. That's it. And there's no puddles that you can, no visible puddles, the road doesn't shine. Yeah. It doesn't even have like a video editor where you can change the time of day or weather dynamics or any of that stuff that you get with the Crew. So, there's a ton of things that make the Crew a lot better than Gran Turismo 7. But what I do like about the Gran Turismo 7 is the strategy involved in these endurance races. The pits, the tire damage, the fuel consumption, that I like. The Crew doesn't have that. So, you know, they each have their own good qualities and they have their own bad qualities. Yeah. Like, I like the 1 hour race in this game. But again, that's only got rain in it. You know? There's no snow. No hail. No lightning. You know what I mean? Like, there's not even lightning. No thunder, no lightning. So, yeah, their weather's not really that great. How do I only have 0.9 laps? Damn it. Well, I got a 41-second lead, so I can pit. But yeah, you know, it's Gran Turismo 7's now been out. It's been out for a year now, and you know, in terms of its updates and game enhancements, they're pretty lame compared to other games that would have been out for a year.
A real-life car brand open race game, and that you could shoot and do missions better than GTA and Watch Dogs.
Yeah. No, game creation can be quite expensive. You know, this Lamborghini Veneno, I mean, it's an okay car. I wouldn't say it's great. Goes through the gas pretty quick. It's not really that fast, but it's good enough. I don't know about it being a $3.6 million car, but I think I spent over $4 million on it by the time I added everything.
Sell like hotcakes, a better version of GTA and twice as big maps and real-life car purchase.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, Grand Theft Auto has a 20-year following, right? You know, from GTA 1 all the way through. So, I mean, a lot of people just kept buying Grand Theft Auto just because they've owned previous versions of it. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3. It was a top-down game on my PS2. You know? Which I didn't really care for much. I played Grand Theft Auto 4 on my PS3, but I didn't play through the story. There were cheat codes for everything, so I would just go in there, use cheat codes, go into God mode, and just kill everybody. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the first game that I actually played through the story, and I didn't even go into online. All I did was contact missions, I think, the first 2 years.
I might just make my own hyper-electric car brand fits Z23.
Right? Okay. You know. I mean, I can give you some products that'll make you millions if you want. You know. That's easy enough. It's not like I'm ever going to do anything with these products. Try to get a hold of Elon Musk, he never responds to any of my fucking messages. So. You want a silent propulsion system for submarines? Or just a propulsion system in general for water sport vehicles? It uses electromagnetics, has no moving parts. I've got that. Want new applications for solar products? I got an entire lineup of products in regards to that. which will outperform Elon Musk's solar lineups. I don't have anything in regards to battery technology, but you can always just buy that shit. I should go on the Dragon's Den or something. So they're all going to be like, well, how many have you sold? I'm going to say none. If I haven't made it, I haven't sold it. I got no patents on anything. Anything that I tried to patent in the past just turned out to be a fucking waste of time. You know? Because people will just sit on your patent and wait for your patent to expire, because you can only patent shit for like 17 years. And then once your patent expires, then they just steal it.
On water, we will die of water meets face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Right? The thing about cars that run on water is they produce steam. And when you produce steam, that creates clouds. And the clouds produce rain. And with rain, you know what I mean? It's just it'll be constantly raining. You know, like landslides and flooding and, you know. So there's problems that, arise from everything. And they don't run on salt water, they run on fresh water. So you have to have a desalinator in there, which also creates a problem, because then you have to do something with all that damn salt after. So,
you have more water problem solved.
Yeah, right? But essentially, I mean, if there was a way you could collect the steam, then you could create your own fresh water by driving your car around. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have a problem with water shortages in the near future. We're going to have so much frickin' water, we're not going to know what to do with it. It's going to be so much water, it's going to be ridiculous. The real problems are the intensity of the storms that are going to come as a result of there being more water in the atmosphere. And the landslides and the flooding. That's going to be a problem. And then the pollution. All that water is going to pick up pollution from all over the place. It's going to pollute freshwater lakes and stuff. So that'll be a problem. I don't know, man. I would say the future for humanity does not look very good, so I don't know what to say to anybody anymore. I mean, I've already been telling people shit for fucking 20 years. Nobody hears me anyways, so. The bigger concern that I'm running across right now is these new COVID variants. The amount of people in China now that have COVID are producing so many new variants that we're fucked. And they're already popping up in America, Canada, India, so it only takes one variant that has an 80% mortality rate to wipe out the entire human race. So, and the chances of that happening are getting way higher because of the rate of people getting infected is increasing the rate of variant mutations, so virus mutations. So it's like buying millions and millions and millions of lottery tickets. Eventually you're going to have a winner. With a billion Chinese people now infected with COVID, yeah, the odds of one of them developing a variant that's going to have a very high mortality rate is incredibly high. One of these days, we're all just going to get sick and die. You know. We're already seeing it happening, so. And everybody's just going on about their daily lives, worried about their BMW payments. Okay, but like it's shit.
Hi.
Hey, Toys. Welcome back, bud. How you been, Toys? I don't know why I keep talking about fucking COVID. I think I keep watching the fucking news, man. I watch too much news, dude. I sit here for hours watching the news, and then I go into an online stream, and then I got like, war, COVID, and then global warming. Ugh. Yeah, my miserable live streams. Well, this car did okay, I guess. First time driving it. I don't know if I really like the look of this Veneno, though. It just looks like it's been overdone, you know? Just like slammed. Too slammed.
China.
Yeah. Everything that's happening in China right now is going to be happening all over the world next month. You watch. There's already, like, the XBB1 variant is already in America, so. Yeah. There we go. 310. And I got some lousy driving skills here. Well, this car seems alright. Figure I'll do a couple of races. Try some unlikely vehicles. I don't see any new races, though, that have come out. I want the special stage R11. I don't know why they haven't brought that back yet. I mean, Tokyo's a lot of fun. It's a nice race, you know? That map is good. It's a nice map. but not enough races on it. I don't know if anybody remembers Special Stage R11, but we had R5 as well. What do you think? 10 grand or 30 grand? 30. Yay! Big winner. I don't think I can get this up to 800 performance points. 600, 700. Yeah, I don't think it's got a... Like, this is pretty much maxed. I can't get this up to 800. I don't think this is going to even cut the mustard in 800. I don't know what these setting sheets are. Fuck. That's strange. I got something for this. I thought I had got something for this. Like, I thought I had like a turbocharger or something for it. I'm sure I had won something for it. Huh. I did get something for this, so I'm not sure what I put it on. I don't know what I got. I got some extra parts. I don't know if I got a new engine for it. What did I get? It says collected. RC 213V. I got a new engine for my 787B. I don't know if this car is fast enough at this level. It's only, why does it say 669, 68? Doesn't have a customizable suspension. I thought this went up to like 740 before. I am confused now. Maybe it needs an oil change. Let's see how this does. 100 performance points short. Basically. Four laps, 4.3. Let's try this in lean mode. Oh, bastard wiped me out. Nine laps. Nope. You can't adjust the downforce, I guess, on this thing. Trail Mountain Circuit to Barcelona, Nuremberg, eh? It's got no tire damage, no penalties. Trail Mountain, 5 laps. Yeah, there's nothing here. No tire damage, no fuel consumption. Should just be able to haul ass through here.
BRB.
Well, I do not know this track very well. Okay. Wish me luck.
We're back.
Hey, welcome back, Joyce. Hold on a second. I had an emergency request here to take someone to the hospital. Hold on. Give me a few minutes. Let me see if I can make arrangements for you. Can you please send me the pickup address? Eight a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know. Silver Star Mountain drivers. Can you help this guest get to the hospital tomorrow at 8 a.m.? Each way is $50. I'm thinking maybe you can drop them off at the hospital, take care of the other guests at noon, and then pick them back up later in the day. Let me know if you're available, please. All right. And now I wait. Hmm. So a 739 is no. It says 800. I think I might have screwed myself on this race here. I think I need to have this set at like 750. Shit. It was at 800. I'm screwed. She's not gonna cut it. Alright, fucking. Yeah, I'm available. Glad to help. Please send details. Alright. Hi, Mark. Yes, I have a driver available. The price is $50 each way. Let me know the pickup address and preferred pickup time, please. And I'll add it into the schedule.
You have more cars than me.
Really? I haven't played much, man. Now I just gotta wait for this guy to respond.
I'm so happy you can now sell cars.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're kind of gonna collect the cars anyways, right? Yeah, I know. We're gonna collect all the cars anyways. Really, is kind of the thing, right? So, I forgot to put in the title that this is for classic cars. Daytona Endurance Race, 2 times gas, 2 times tires, 800. Yeah, it's not. So of course everybody's gonna be racing whatever the fuck. 800 performance points. 100 laps. Fuck. I need to remake this lobby. 750 performance points, classic cars. I don't care if they hate me. These guys haven't responded. Well, you know, it's a hospital thing, man. Come on. It's important. It's important. Let's see how many laps I get out of this. A 100 lap race. My fuel, 23 laps, 22. So I pit once every 25 laps. It's 3 pits. Fuck. $750 Daytona. Try those settings. What am I doing with soft tires? That's weird. I got racing hard tires, but it says soft. What the hell? 26 laps, 27 laps. I can get it up to 33. I only have to pit twice. 28. Yeah, but oh, that's the Corvette that's got soft tires. Oh, okay. That's what I'm looking at. Say 29, 29.7, and I've already done 2. .9 on third lap. See if it still says 29.9 when I'm done. And I only have to pit twice. Yeah, I'm on now. It says 30. Pit lap 30, pit lap 60, pit lap 90. That was 3 pits. But I can't start this until I get this guy's email. I mean, hopefully this guy that has to go to the hospital isn't sick. Hopefully he just broke his leg or something, you know? Hopefully he's not sick. It's like the other guy quit. Saw 100 laps and said, fuck this. But these laps only take 40 seconds, so 100 laps is only a 40-minute fucking race. I should have added random weather. Oh no, he's still in here. He's just coming under the course now. So I've got a pit of 43. Or I got a lap time of 43. Let's see what this guy in the Corvette's got. Oh, did it just reset me? Yep. We got the classic Corvette. Well, I don't know. This guy hasn't responded, so Not sure. The fuck. I don't want to start the race and then have to pause it to respond to an email. Did I eat all the chocolate? No. I don't think I did. Oh, we got this huge ass chocolate bar. What's this one? Belgian milk chocolate. This thing is fucking massive, man. It's like a foot by 6 inches. 400 grams of chocolate. Oh, what happened to the other guy? He left? No, of course he left. This one's milk chocolate. The other one was dark chocolate. I don't want to use some scissors, though, to open this. Well, multiplayer sucks. I don't know if this car's going to cut the 800 on this. It's only 736, 740. Well, let's see how it does in the first lap. Say 3.8 laps. 4.3. This doesn't have the handling for this. What the hell is going on with these guys? He asked me to get you to the hospital, and then I respond, and you don't even